Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to David French. And David's sister Valerie was murdered by her husband, and David has written a book about that, and he is a huge advocate for women who have been murdered and for the families of women who have been murdered. So over to you, David.
Not prepared, but just to follow up on what Leisha just said, the power of an individual story is massive. The book that I did for Valerie basically recounted the story that we had after my sister's husband murdered her, leaving 3 children. The kind of relevance to this forum here is that the 3 children were immediately taken by Tusla, and the killer, who was in prison suspected of charged murder, was fully prioritised by Tusla. We wanted the kids. Tusla took them into care. That's basically what they did. They made a condition that anyone minding those kids would have to be able to take those kids in to prison to see him, and that they shouldn't let their attitude towards the killer affect the children's relationship with the father. This still continues. Tusla are writing family reunification reports. The children are still in care. Tusla have spent thousands fighting in court. I applied for notice party status. Tusla fought me. I won costs. The killer appealed. Tusla supported him. I won again. I won costs. They paid up after about 10 months, and that was last month. Currently I'm looking at applying to be guardian of the kids, and I fully expect to be doing that against Tusla. The Valerie's law is the suspension of guardianship in these cases to allow the family law courts on the foot of a murder verdict to suspend the guardianship of someone who has been convicted of manslaughter or murder. And that's subject to court discretion. There are edge cases where it may not make sense in the best interest of the child. It's very separate from contact. So if a clinical psychologist says contact with the killer is good for the child, in some weird state might be, then that can go ahead. The point of suspending guardianship is to strip powers from the killer and protect the privacy of the children. There is equivalent legislation in the UK called 𝐤𝐢𝐥𝐿 law, came in the Victims and Prisoners Bill. It hasn't actually been implemented, but it's gone through the full system. Rishi Sunak signed it off just before he lost power, but it will get implemented. It's in the program for government here since 2025. We had the Oireachtas Committee in July, the report in October, and Minister Jim O'Callaghan is fully on board, and he's mentioned it several times in the Dáil. Currently awaiting the draft legislation to come out, and very thankful for the wide support, cross-party support from TDs and senators that I've been speaking with so far. Sorry, Stach.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Please like and share.